Storefronts, sidewalks, busy streets, and mass transit. All the ingredients are here for people to bring their money to Arlington Heights, but things could be better according to town officials. That's why hundreds of town leaders, residents, and business owners met in recent years to kick some ideas around to revitalize an area that's seen its share of loss recently. This concern began with a very small group of concerned Heights residents.
About 2 or 3 years ago, we had a group of very passionate residents from the Heights who came to me, came to the planning department and said, we want to improve the Heights. And they call themselves Support Arlington Heights. It was a group of, started as 5 or 6 women, and then it blossomed into a bigger group. And they really prompted us to look at how we could go through a planning exercise to figure out how to improve the Heights. And that's just what we did under the guidance of the planning department, received a grant, a $30,000 grant from the state, used that to fund technical assistance from the Metropolitan Area Planning Council, the MAPC. And they've put together a set of recommendations that are looking at doing just what you mentioned, revitalizing the Heights, allowing for more development, trying to create structures that will attract more business, as well as taking a look maybe specifically at that Gold's Gym parcel and seeing what we can do there to really activate economic activity right there in that parcel.
The Mass Avenue corridor here in Arlington Heights has already been identified as a prime opportunity for considerable economic growth. Town leaders say hundreds of residents have already made suggestions, one of which is having a sit-down restaurant or a brewery with live entertainment somewhere in this vicinity. They also are suggesting a lot more improvements to parking as a result. They're also asking for more things like community events and much more public art. Town leaders say one bright spot is a possible plan to bring the Balich 5 and 10 back to life.
One common thread from the beginning of these conversations was the desire of people who live in the Heights for a tavern or a pub. And I think that has been a focus on, how do we bring that type of nightlife or amenity to the Heights. And interestingly enough, I think very soon the redevelopment board is going to be hearing an application for a pub to go into the former Balich 5 and 10. So not a direct result of the implementation of any aspects of this plan, but I think a lot of, what I heard is the person who's going to be opening it up went to many of these Heights community meetings, and from those meetings and hearing about the passionate desire for such a use, said, you know what, I can probably make a business work here.
And that comes as great news to the owner of the Yasu restaurant just across the street from the old Balich building.
It's very good for the place, it's very nice. Yes, I like it. I like it.
The ultimate plan details 6 key recommendations, among them zoning, design standards, and working with the MBTA to spur more business growth. And to do that, one resident tells us, the price must be right.
It also makes me wonder if the rents aren't too high for a lot of businesses to get started in, and that makes me sad. But we have some services here. I think we could use more.
One thing everyone in the Heights can agree on, they want to see much more of this and less of this. For ACMi News, I'm Jeff Barnes.